All right. Hi, guys. Aaron here. So, if you're new to the channel, this is probably out of the norm for you that I'm doing a video like this. But if you've been around for a year or so, you probably know that I did something like this a while back with Modern Warfare 2. There was gameplay that came out. I watched the gameplay, did a reaction on it, and then watched it over again and did my review on it. So we're going to do that again, but with Modern Warfare 3, because this little treat popped up while I was working today. I didn't even expect it. It just happened. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at it, and we'll do first reaction, because this is not seen it yet, and then we will move into kind of watching it a second time, breaking it down, talking about what I see, talking about how things look, and yeah. So let's go ahead. We'll just jump right into it because I have not seen this before. I like subs. Okay, so we're starting out on a sub, apparently. I wonder if this is like actually at the beginning of the campaign, like they're trying to imply that it is, or if this is like mid or in campaign. Because the last time they did this to us, it was actually in campaign. Towards the end anyway, that the footage that they showed ended up being towards the end of the campaign. So we'll find out. We'll find out eventually. I hope this is the beginning, though, because this would be what a way to start it off.
Alpha team clear.
All right. Huh. Ah, there she is. There's the butte. The gulag. Did it actually ever have a name?
Phase 1 complete. Charlie copies. We're set. Roger that. Moving to phase 2. Patrol boat 2 o'clock. Get under.
Okay. So obviously it's going to be... Was not expecting that. Oh, okay. So the little tags are going to be red. Okay. Operation 627. Oh, no way! They named the operation off of the prisoner number that Price had. I bet you take out that patrol boat, and that was just a fancy way of cutting to this part of the campaign. I bet you totally take out that patrol boat before getting to this point. Brace, yep, makes sense. How convenient of the enemy guys to just leave us a nice little thing to grab on. Is that Roach? He sounds British. He could be the new Roach. That's, of course, assuming this isn't Shadow Team, which I kind of guessed when we first saw the trailer. So how much of this campaign's just cutscenes? Okay, there we go. That whole part was just one big cutscene for like 3 minutes. Wasn't even actual gameplay. It's just cinematics. Okay, blue nods this time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think nods are usually green. Going back to like Modern Warfare 2 and what they did in that, and then also what they did in DMZ.
DZ clear. 3-1, kill the leg. Alpha to Bravo 1, marking with IR, confirm visual. Visual, Bravo inbound.
I like that they've turned this into a stealth mission, because it wasn't originally a stealth mission in the original Modern Warfare 2. It was like a guns hot, you were like blowing stuff up and running in. And now it's stealth, and I like this.
Alpha to Charlie, you set? Affirmative.
Okay.
Green to go in phase 2. Check.
So is the operation just called 627, or is prisoner 627 in this case actually Makarov and not Price? I mean, come on, we know it's Makarov, right? Right? Do we know it's Makarov? Have we just been assuming it's Makarov in prison? Because they say, let's go pay him a visit, and we see the trailer where he's in prison. I guess it could still be Price. They could be fooling us. The person behind the door could be Price. I don't think we've ever considered that. I think we've just assumed it's Makarov the whole time.
Not okay. On me. Hold up here. All teams, Alpha's in position.
We'll see.
Bravo 6. Charlie, good to go.
I doubt this gameplay trailer will tell us if it's Price. Probably will still leave us guessing.
Taking the bait.
Light 'em up.
Also, who was the person voicing that over? Was that Makarov, or am I tripping? I'm probably tripping, right? How ideal that you had so little ammo that you would run out just then.
Hatchway, on me, move. Pop the hatch. Let's go, stay close.
Bravo. Alpha's in the tunnels. What's your status? Outside the control room. Waiting on you. Copy. At the gate. Stand by.
All teams, let's roll thunder. Bravo, pull the plug.
Roger. Blackout in 3, 2, 1. Execute. All teams, Bravo's got the keys. Alpha, you have one mic before the lights are back online. Copy, Bravo. Kick off the riot. Roger. Opening blocks 1 through 4.
Man, it would really suck to be a prison guard today. Oh, jeez. You can hear them dying.
Bravo 1. Open 55C. Check.
I feel like Russian prisoners ought to be slightly more aggressive than American prisoners, but that might just be me. How did they get access to flames so quickly? How long has this riot been going on? Like, less than 60 seconds, and they've already sent a flaming mattress over the railing. That's got to be a record. How? How do they do these things? Okay. I see there, like, Castov 762, so you can tell they're definitely keeping the Modern Warfare 2 guns in this. Oh, come on. You're not going to show us. You're not going to show us Makarov, right? Or whoever we assume is behind that door. Watch. The explosion's the transition. Yeah. Yeah, they weren't going to show us that. They were not going to show us that. Oh, well.
The Season 1 Black Cell Bundle with 50 tier skips and more.
Okay. Well, we're gonna watch it again, but let's at least have a little chat, okay? Because obviously we've seen it for the first time now. And like I was saying during that, we think it's Makarov behind that door. Like, Call of Duty has been building up this narrative with the prison trailer and, you know, Makarov, you know, let's go pay him a visit, like from the comms thing during the Shadow Siege event. So they're building this narrative that Makarov is behind that door. And I could be wrong, but I'm gonna call it for the sake of being different. I'm not sure that he's actually the one we're breaking out. And the reason I say that is, one, we've never actually seen who's behind the door. Two, it's called Operation 627. What was the name, or what was the number that Price had in Modern Warfare 2? He had the number 627. And also, why would the Russians have Makarov in prison? Now, granted, he's technically a PMC, so that doesn't mean he's working with Russia directly. And in fact, we know, because of his whole no Russian thing, that he is not against killing Russians and then blaming it on Americans. So you can easily drum up reasons why the Russians would want him in prison. But it's very interesting that he would be in such a high security cell, but then in the trailer be allowed to just walk around the prison like he owns it. And it's also interesting that we would put a breach charge, and it's interesting that we break into a prison to kill this guy. Like, why would we be killing Russian guards and Russian soldiers if we're ultimately just trying to prematurely kill a man who they've already decided was not fit to be a part of society? I feel like if it's actually Makarov behind that door, that we have definitely failed on a diplomacy front to convey our interest in wanting this guy gone. Because I think we probably could have pulled some strings that would have not involved killing people other than Makarov to get this done, if he's the one behind the door and already in prison. But on the other hand, who's made Russians in general not terribly happy? Price. Okay? Price has infiltrated their country multiple times. He has killed off one of their own, a PMC, who technically, though they weren't sided with, they weren't sided against. You got to remember, in Modern Warfare 1, the Russians only disowned Barkov because he was dead. They were not willing to disown Barkov pre-death, which meant he had some pull. So they killed a guy who had pull. Maybe the Russians feel relieved about that. Maybe they're a little pissed. He's infiltrated their country multiple times. And we also know that in the Adamgrad raid, you can't tell me that everybody in that facility is either working for Hadir or working for Makarov or some other third party, okay? A facility that well constructed and that well staffed is not run by PMCs, and it's not run by militiamen. It is run by a government. So I think it's safe to assume that Price has killed Russians. Like, Russians, not PMC Russians. So, if ever there was a reason why somebody would want to arrest and imprison Price within the current story, something tells me Russia has a pretty strong reason. That, and also the last thing that just comes to mind, what was his name? So, Captain Price and was it Dmitri? The Russian general who Price notoriously hit it off with both in the original Modern Warfare 1 and in this one. Like, they were kind of like buddy-buddy. At the end of Modern Warfare 1, in the Warzone storyline, not in the actual campaign, I'm pretty sure those two ended up pitted against each other because of whatever dumb stuff was happening in Warzone at the time. So I don't think he has any friends in Russia that aren't Nikolai. So I'm fairly confident in saying I still think Price is behind that prison door. And I don't think it's Makarov. Yeah. Alternatively, let's go down the route. Okay, it's Makarov, you know. Call of Duty's not misleading us. They want us to believe this because it's true. Who are the people breaking into the prison? Our options are Task Force 141, which if it's Task Force 141, it's a group of Task Force 141 we haven't encountered yet, possibly Roach and company. If that's what's going on... Okay, first off, I have a hard time believing it's Task Force 141 because Price would be there himself to put the bullet in Makarov's head. Let's just be honest. Price is not sending second-tier men to go and kill this guy. Okay? So it's probably not Task Force 141. Our next guess is Shadow Company and General Shepard. General Shepard's already a little bitch. Okay? Let's just be real. So, if he is going to go and pay Makarov a visit, this just falls on his list of things that's going to go terribly wrong. And he is going to just go down as literally the dumbest and worst and most unqualified general in history. Because he got so paranoid. Makarov got into his head without even being out of prison. To the point where General Shepard was just like, Makarov, psst. I suppose the option B I could imagine here. General Shepard decides to release Makarov on the world to reinforce his need for global conflict, which would match up with the story with Modern Warfare 2. And maybe it's also like a petty revenge plot where he's purposely releasing Makarov on Price so that Price and Makarov have to duke it out. And then General Shepard gets to walk away, hopefully with 2 less, if not 1 less enemy. Option 3, we're Coney Group or some other third party that's actually releasing Makarov out of the prison, rather than even trying to kill him. We're actually trying to help him escape. Those are my 3 options. Okay, let's actually go and review the trailer this time rather than... let's actually play it back again piece by piece here and see if we can find anything else now that I've gotten my rant out of the way. So this part, there's nothing new here. They're in a submarine, wearing all black, which, while you could say that means it's Shadow Company, I mean, there's no indicator this way or that. Maybe it's important to, like, kind of listen to what voices we hear. Though if they're PMCs, like, literally, they could have brought in anyone. It's important to point out, though, that whatever group...
Heading to surface.
It's important to point out, if it's Shadow Company, though, we haven't heard Graves. We haven't heard Graves and we haven't heard Price. And they could be willingly So reasonably, they could be omitting any dialogue from Price and or Graves that might be in this to build suspense and intrigue. And notice how it just says Alpha Team. Alpha Team of what? Alpha Team of Task Force 141, Shadow Company, of what? Something tells me that's not even the actual, like, thing that would pop up for the mission. Okay. Grapple gun. We use this in Modern Warfare 2. Big whoop.
Good move. Let's get up top.
He's British, which makes you want to think it's Task Force 141, but it really could still be Shadow Company.
All teams, Alpha's in. How copy? Solid. Relay wing clear. Moving to Mark DZ. Stand by.
Nods on. Iostrobes on.
Also, notice how name tags are turned off so we can't see the names of the people we're working with. Because usually, if your gun hovers over one of your teammates, you end up seeing the name.
Drop 'em.
DZ clear.
3-1. Kill the lead. Alpha to Bravo 1. Marking with IR. Confirm visuals. Visuals. Bravo inbound. All teams. Bravo's on deck. Pushing up. Alpha to Charlie. You set? Affirmative. All teams green to go in phase 2. Check. Roger.
Maybe this is Task Force 141 extended, if Price is the one in the prison. Because we do know Task Force 141 has more than just our main characters. So... it really does look like they just copy-pasted the one from Verdansk, which I don't blame them. I mean,
Moving interior.
they're trying to copy the mission from Modern Warfare 2, and the mission from Modern Warfare 2 copied the building from...
Descending stairwell. South side.
or Verdansk copied the building from the mission. So just keep copy pasting, my friends. You can never go wrong. Okay? Once you have something that works, you don't stop using it.
Movement in the courtyard. Looks like a prisoner transfer.
Not our guy. On me.
Okay, that was not Makarov, but it did sound kind of like him.
Alpha's in position. Copy. Bravo set. Charlie, good to go. Roger. Fire in the hole. Stand by.
3, 2, 1. Execute.
Colin Churn.
They're taking the bait.
Light 'em up.
Low key, it sort of wait a minute. Duh. We don't know that Makarov sounds like... we don't know what Makarov sounds like yet. This could be the new Makarov voice. What if that's the new Makarov voice? Bro, like, what if Makarov lets Price out of prison to go and tackle General Shepard? What a twist that would be. That would absolutely change the narrative. That's probably not what happens.
On me. Move.
But man, that would be so interesting.
Pop the hatch.
Let's go. Stay close.
Bravo. Alpha's in the tunnels. What's your status? Outside the control room. Waiting on you. Copy. At the gate. Stand by.
All teams, let's roll from there. Bravo, go report.
Roger. Blackout in 3, 2, 1. Execute. All teams, Bravo's got the keys. Alpha, you have 1 mic before the lights are back online. Copy, Bravo.
It really is a shame that we don't actually get to go up the prison slowly like we used to, like we did in the original mission.
Kick off the riot.
Granted,
Opening blocks 1 through 4.
we might get to go up it. We might get to climb back upwards. We don't get to go down, but we might get to climb back upwards after the breach charge thing. We don't know.
Alpha 1 to Bravo 1. Open 55C. Check.
They do kind of look like Shadow Company, though, not gonna lie. So they very well could be Shadow Company.
Clear.
So, yeah.
Alpha moving on sub-level. Let's get our guy.
Let's get our guy.
Breach.
That could mean multiple things. Let's get him out of prison. Let's kill him. There isn't too much to break down. There's only one thing I can think of where I maybe should have paused. And it's not a big deal. It's like a little, oh, hey, that's cool thing. Okay, it's like right around here. Right there. So one of the new weapons we're going to see is the Dracur 556. Dracur. Which I don't know what gun that's supposed to be in the real world. I wonder if that's like one of those prototype military failure things. So that's, I'm pretty sure, what was it? There's like a pistol or something that came up, right? Where we got to, I think right here.
Biostribs on. Hold. These.
There's one time when he opts to do the pistol for some weird ass reason.
These 2. Not our guy. On me. Alpha's in position. Copy. Bravo. Fire in the hole. Stand by.
They're taking the bait.
Light 'em up.
Oh no, I think I remember what the pistol's about. Oh wait, no, I remember where he switches guns. He switches guns like right in here where he loses ammo. There we go. Yeah, like 6 bullets left. Oh, we get the Scorpion Evo back. Okay. First off, the fact that they let them keep the name Scorpion Evo rather than making him change it to something stupid like the Tarantula or whatever the hell they were gonna name it. Cool. Scorpion's back. That makes me happy. Okay. We're done. We've pretty much dissected this to the best of my ability. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that this breakdown was sufficient for you. It was more of me breaking down possibilities and a lot less of me breaking down the map. But there wasn't that much to look at, if we're being entirely honest. More of the same. Same engine. Just fresh coat of paint. We've all seen the Gulag before. We've seen it in Modern Warfare 2. We've seen it in Modern Warfare Warzone. It's the Gulag. I mean, what more do you want me to say? It's the Gulag. But nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this tickled your COD senses a little bit. And yeah, we might do more stuff like this in the future. Not tons, but maybe like another video or 2 videos covering whatever random stuff happens next. Oh, anyway, appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all for coming out. You are awesome, and I will catch you on the flip.